Yeah, I'm over here this week working on some new video for the new Minimax machines we're introducing this year. The Minimax TW55ES, video to come later, and the Minimax SI400ES, which I've just completed working with. So we'll look at the shaper for now, just to give you a quick overview. This is the Ready3 up version, so you've got 3-axis control. Right here, you've got your fence control, fence position, spindle position, and spindle tilt. Obviously, riding on SCM's wonderful slide mechanism. Very versatile shaper. It's a great shaper if you only can have one in a shop. This shows the optional support outrigger for larger objects, like if you're working on entry door parts, things like that. Now we have this beautiful guard system here. Get that up and out of the way, take a look. This is the flex fence. It's digital, as well as can be taken away from the table quite easily. Show that maybe a little bit. This one also has a power feeder, again optional, mounted. And on the Minimax machines, you can drill and tap your own table like I did here, or down here. We're prepared for the Minimax swing away power feeder mount system, in which case you wouldn't need to drill anything. Again, that's optional. This power feeder, as you can see, basic position, give you an idea of what it might look like. I'll walk around the machine a bit. You can see this machine comes prepared with a plug so that you can plug your power feeder directly into the machine and have it run and start and stop at the same time you do the spindle. I'll go ahead and work the flex fence system. Could take a little while, but okay. Now, this is quite a heavy system, so we're going to raise it up off the table, and we can move the fence away. Alright, you can see that we've taken the fence completely away, moved the power feeder out of the way, and we've temporarily installed the Tenoning hood and plate for doing coping and sticking. I left all the plastic protective barriers on. Those would normally be clear Lexan. There you can see the cast iron Tenoning plate, which gives you a stable platform out over the slider all the way to the cutter. Obviously the clamp. And the miter gauge you see there is our standard. Comes with the machine, whether you get the outrigger or not. The Tenoning hood and plate are optional. And then below you can see how the swing arm that supports the outrigger support has a magnet. It just conveniently clings to the body of the machine there and keeps it out of the way when it's not in use, when you choose the optional outrigger support assembly for this machine. Okay, all right, let me see if I can move this back into place one-handed. Got several points of articulation here. Just see the hood itself just sort of floats, and then we've got our pins over here. When you line up these arrows, I'll probably need both hands. When you line up these arrows, and you've got your fence into the same position that it started. One thing I've noticed about the flexed fence system, you can see these two attachment points. That gives your fence two positions depending on the radius of your cutter to determine where your fence starts. And you see these pins, how they engage and guide it into the holes once you get it close, and then the threads take over and position it exactly where it was. Okay, once I've located the pins and the proper hole that I want to use, in this case I chose the most forward one, then I just come up here and I crank my fence system until it sits on the table. Just the weight of it's there, and then we go ahead and secure it to the table. This nice long bolt that really sets the position. Yep, and then we just do that to the other side. We are good to go. All right, so we've got our fence remounted, and when you have the power feeder mount like you see here, kind of standard, where most people would position it, you have to remove the fence plate from the flex fence system in order to take the fence system away from the table without impacting or hitting that. And if you had the swing away mount, which mounts right there, then you would just, the power feeder would be completely out of the way, and you wouldn't need to unattach your fence faces. Now technically you could leave the infeed fence on, and I've already installed that, but I want to show you how easy it is to reinstall these. Obviously if you had the swing away mount, this is about 10 seconds of setup that you would avoid. But you see the mount system is spring loaded, which pops it out into place. You take your fence system, move that one out of the way, take your fence system, and you just kind of snug her on there, and then once you do that, you just slide it into place, and then it will engage the positive section, and then you just turn your knob, and that tightens up your fence into position. Position this one again, like so. It's a little awkward there doing everything one-handed, but just wanted to give you an overview of how everything kind of works on this new shaper we're going to be introducing. All right, I guess that's where we'll leave it. The Minimax TW55ES Ready 3 up.